It's time again to save seeds, this time from our daikon landrace. I was asked by a couple of people, are you still doing the landrace thing? Oh yeah. A few years ago we started mixing daikon radish varieties that we liked together and letting them cross. Some of them were hybrids, some of them were heirlooms, some of them we don't know what they were. But we've been allowing the large, vigorous, slow to bolt daikons to go ahead and produce seed. There is the spent root right there. And then we save the seeds. And we started with mostly red daikons and white daikons, and now we have a lot of purple daikons that have shown up from the crosses. But we're getting daikons that are usually a couple of pounds each at least. I think our largest one was something like 6 pounds. And they stay in the garden for a long time without getting spongy. They're not like your little salad radishes. But these daikons are special now because I think they have adapted themselves pretty well to the hot, humid climate of the Florida Panhandle / Lower Alabama, this 8B location. We plant rows of seeds and harvest 3/4 to 5/6 or more of them, and then we leave some of the best looking ones to go ahead and go to seed. And if we have any that start to bolt early, that is, put up their flower stalk early, we immediately cull that plant and pull it out. But because what we want is we want radishes that stay in the ground for a long time. And we've discovered that these radishes, which are milder and more pleasant and have a nicer texture and hold it for a lot longer as compared to your little salad radishes, like your cherry bells and things like that. These are long-lasting Korean and Japanese varieties crossed together. These are a pleasant vegetable that we get a lot of use out of. We sometimes eat them raw, we chop them up, we saute them, we pickle them a lot. We get a lot of fermented daikon pickles, and they've just become one of those vegetables we look forward to in the cool seasons. We grow them right through the winter here. We plant them in the fall, get some of them in the fall sometimes, and then sometimes it gets cold fast. We don't get them until the spring, but usually we can get 2 harvests a year, a spring harvest, and then again in the fall. And we'll be planting these again when it comes around to October or so. We'll do it all over again. But this saving seeds, I mean, there are literally thousands and thousands of seeds. We could plant acres with the amount of seeds we get out of maybe a 30-foot row of widely spaced radishes. You can see one of these things goes to seed. Check this out. Look at how many seed pods that is. And on those seed pods, there's usually 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 radish seeds in each one, and there's probably a couple hundred here. That's a lot of radishes. So yes, we're still doing the landrace thing. We like it. We've got landrace watermelons going in the grocery rows right now, landrace cucumbers going, landrace pumpkins going. Those are where we've stuck. We're not bothering with corn this year because I don't feel like tilling up a patch and trying to take care of it again. Too busy with other things, but most of our landrace projects are still going. And if you're not saving seeds in your garden, particularly if you're not saving daikon radish seeds, I recommend it. It's very easy to do. What I do is once I have these seed pods, I crush them up to let the little seeds out, and then I blow the chaff away. And often what I'll do is actually go out on the porch and I'll get a big mixing bowl, crush them over it, and then just pick it up, chaff and all, and go like this repeatedly in front of a box fan. But you can see how the chaff wants to run away, and then I'm left with these seeds, which I can then stick in a mason jar, put some little silica gel packets in there to take away some of the extra moisture. I may leave them on the counter for a week or 2 just to make sure they're really, really dry, and then I'd stick them in a jar, silica gel packet, and then cover it up with the top of the jar, put it in the fridge, and I can keep them for a few years that way easily, and then grow them in the next garden whenever I want to. If you want to learn more about seed saving and propagating just about everything, check out my book, Free Plants for Everyone. And check out my new book, Minimalist Gardening, which will give you an overall philosophy of how to grow food very simply. Just make your life easier. Get my book, Minimalist Gardening. And also, if you want to learn more about landrace gardening, I highly recommend Joseph Lofthouse's book, Landrace Gardening. I'll put a link to all those books below. And until next time, may your thumbs always be green.